Tiger Woods may be the only person on the planet who could just say, you know, I spoke to Serena over the weekend, and we should just all assume it's Serena Williams. Probably has her on speed dial. See, what did you make of Tiger's near comeback at the Open Championship?
Jenna, Tiger's one of my favorite athletes. He's one of my favorite athletes to cover. But I do a Jenna Wolfe when I listen to Tiger, because Jenna was pointed out in Tiger's comeback just how different all the interviews and the type of content. I've been there when Tiger has won a handful of majors. I'm talking about being at the golf course. I've been at the Masters with him, other golf tournaments are around the country. I have never heard Tiger Woods at any point in his career say that I was blessed. Like I haven't heard him in interviews right after reflect on other people. Typically, it's about him. It's about the golf course. He reflected on Serena. The reason why? Because he was at the All England Club watching Wimbledon, and that relationship that he has with them.
When she came up short.
Yes, yeah. And they're neighbors. They're in South Florida. And then also he talked about his kids. And as an athlete, it's really important, if you get the opportunity, that your kids actually know what you do. I remember my daughter all the time. She used to fill out stuff at work or ask me when they have career day, Dad, like, what do you do? And I said, I actually play football. She said, I know you play football for the Vikings, but she said, they pay you money? Yes, they pay us money to do that job. My son was a little bit older, and he had more of an appreciation growing up playing football. But for your kids one day to finally know that you're great at something that they don't know. They live in big houses. They fly on private jets. They live a life that they have nothing. They just happen to be the kids of Tiger Woods. They didn't know how their dad got that way. But, man, he had them for the weekend. They were at the tournament, and for him to try to win in front of them. So for me, I saw it was so many things that were bigger than golf about Tiger. Jenna, you've been great as far as pointing out. Watch what he says in the press conferences and picking up from that. Like, this is a win for Tiger. I thought he would win a tournament this summer. I thought it'd be tough to win a major because we have so many good young players, and the courses that we were playing the majors on this year, they were not great setups for Tiger Woods. But for him to finish in the position, a T6, to finish where he did, playing the way he did, even getting with a lead on Sunday, I think this is all a tremendous positive for Tiger in the comeback.
Man, all of that is, I think, very well said and something you can relate to directly with kids. If people don't know, I mean, your daughter, when you retired, I'm doing the math in my head, was probably 7 or 8 years old.
Yes.
Right? So Duran's older. So, I mean, she was very young watching you play. So you can relate almost exactly to what Tiger's talking about there, or what he talked about after the round. But the last thing you said, he had a lead on Sunday at the British Open. That was exhilarating. That was, it's a weird thing. It's almost like a high you chase. Like sitting there on your couch on Sunday, watching Tiger Woods climb back into and then take the lead for a major. It had been 11 years. The last time Tiger Woods was in that position, I was a month removed from graduating from college. I wasn't married. I was sitting there with my 4-year-old watching it. And I said to her, the last time he won any tournament, you weren't born. And your older sister was 2. That was a feeling that while I joke about, and I'm serious, that I've picked Tiger to win every major every time I've had an opportunity to for, I don't know, almost 20 years. I didn't know that we would ever get that moment again. And now it feels like it's a real thing, not just something you hope and wish for, that Tiger Woods winning not just another tournament, but winning another major can happen, particularly when you saw on Sunday, even though it was brief, the Tiger effect. I'm not talking about on Twitter. I'm talking about the other golfers. Like, what happened to the leaderboard on Sunday once Tiger's making his surge? Because Jordan Spieth might be the most talented golfer in his prime right now, and he fell apart. Like, Schauffele fell apart. Like, you saw guys all of a sudden hearing the roars of the crowd, and it reminded me of the mid-2000s.
Yeah, and the guy playing with him, the Tiger effect is real, Molinari, the one who, he won the golf tournament. This is not about Tiger losing it. Man, you go 37 straight holes at the British Open without a bogey. The whole weekend, with the weather, the wind, bad bounces, he won the tournament, and he was actually playing in the group. No one's ever won a major since 2009 playing in the same group as Tiger. So the Tiger effect is real. What
did Tiger do specifically to put himself in that position? What did he do so much better in this tournament than we hadn't seen him do in tournaments
Well, certain people might criticize him, but the one thing that he did was he gave himself a chance. He put the ball in the fairway. First 3 days leading the tournament as far as fairways hit, end up finishing in the top 5 in fairways hit. But it made him play way back, where he was hitting low irons, 4 irons, 5 irons into the green, and the guys were hitting drivers and 3-woods on their tee shot. They were further down the golf course, but it allowed him to stay in the golf tournament the first 2 days. It only led to him shooting even par. People, you can remove the chipping and the putting aspect, wondering, is that a question mark for Tiger? He removed that because he made a bunch of clutch ones, but he just didn't give himself enough birdie opportunities to be able to win this game, this match.
Listen, the people are going to, because it's Monday morning, focus on Sunday. But the reason we were able to have this conversation was another spectacular Saturday round.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods leads the tour in Saturday scoring average this season on the tour. With this performance, by the way, he got himself into the WGC Bridgestone, which is coming up in a few weeks here in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. Like, what he did to go, we talked on Friday. Just too many guys between him and the leaders. It wasn't so much the 6 shots off the lead as much as it was he was in 30th. He had to jump over 28.
We were saying another weekend where he's probably not going to contend.
Right, 28, 29 guys. And then he goes out and fires a 66 on Saturday, pardon me, and gets himself right there. Gets himself to where it's like, okay, he has a real shot, and then he followed it up Sunday morning with brilliant play. The shot of the tournament for him looked like it was going to be that bunker shot on 10. I wonder if that shot almost emboldened him to take what ended up being his worst shot of the tournament, the flop shot on 11. Like, the bunker shot on 10 was vintage Tiger. Oh my, like, I don't know how you make that shot. And then on the very next hole, he went for almost just as audacious a shot, and that ended up leading to the double bogey, which is what he couldn't overcome.
Yeah, he had a couple different options on the flop shot. He could have played very, very conservative, hit it to the left part of the green, played for a 2-putt or a spectacular 1-putt to try to save his par, but it removed double bogey. When you get into big tournaments like this, I always try to tell you, bogeys tell one story, but the big numbers, double and triple bogey and 3-putts, those are the things that typically eliminate people. To me, it zapped the momentum out of the round that Tiger had. At that point in the golf tournament, man, a bogey would have been so much better at that point. But he took the chance, tried to hit the flop shot like Tiger Woods before. This time, he didn't pull it off, which led to a double bogey. And I believe that just took all the energy and stuff, led to a bogey after that. And it was too tough to catch him down the stretch.
Real quick, on that flop shot, though, because you and I were talking on the phone. It ended, we're going to second guess it. It led to all those things. How far do you think it was from being a perfect shot?
Within a foot. It was within a foot. It was the chance, but it was one of several shots that he could hit. People say, well, that was the riskiest. Tiger has that type of talent. Compared to trying to play conservative, he thought he could pull it off. And in getting to those 14 majors, those were things that he typically could do.
If only the golf world was watching Tiger Woods before, it seems like every sports fan is now right back on the Tiger Woods bandwagon, which is nice to see. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.